Now, the dating world. Why the world is running out of people? Originally, the thing is, there was like the dating world something, and then he just changed the title though. So, alright, so let's see what he got going on over here. You know what I'm saying?
Answer this one question. When was the last time you met someone naturally? No dating apps, not online, but a genuine interaction in the real world.
For me, it was about what's this? It was 2 months ago.
I'm guessing for most of you it was quite a while ago, but if you're in Generation Z, it possibly has never even happened. And that's not an accident. Most people we see these days are cashiers, co-workers, people rushing around, delivery drivers, people we pass by, not people we get to know. Interactions are often just transactions. But
That's the thing, right? And this is what I also hate about like friendships as well, is because the fucking this is also like some of what I just hate, because the thing is like friendships based on transactions, and you know what I'm saying, and not actually like for each other, you know what I'm saying. So like when it comes to me personally, like the thing is, if you're actually my boy, like the thing is my brother, like we are the best of friends though. Man, fuck your money though, all that stuff on three. Even if I was like the millionaire and all that stuff on three, and you never contributed anything, just because it's you though, it's fine with me. But literally, like the thing is, like it would have to like when it comes to like the resources and the exchange of the resources would have to be so fucking mutual and all that stuff. But it's like, you know what? Nah, it's just simply because it's you. I'm totally fine with it.
before dating apps turned relationships into a marketplace, the stage was already set years ago. Just think about
But that's why, like the thing is, I'd rather be in a situation where it's like I want to have like fuck you money though, because like it does like it does like it does like it is a bit of a weight and all that stuff on three, but it's like if I have like fuck you money and I'd have money that I actually don't mind literally wasting, and it's like I don't even have to waste it though, but because I can basically put it on you, it's fine. It's not even an investment. It's just simply because you're my boys. Then and I don't expect nothing and expect nothing back. It's fine. It's like that with me.
about an average day. You work from home alone, your groceries get delivered, you tap your phone to pay, no words exchanged. Self-checkout at the shops, takeaway dropped to your door by someone who doesn't make eye contact, or maybe doesn't even speak the same language as you. It's so easy to go days without meaningful human interaction. Most interactions you do have are transactional, unless you're one of the lucky few who finds a club, society, or just something to connect with people. And even then, it's probably shoved into a small corner of your routine. We live in a touchless society, and like anything, if you don't use it, you lose it. Intimacy, sex, and love are just no different. And unlimited access to adult content really capitalized on this moment. You just click, consume, and wrap things up, remove your sexual desire, and move on with your day. Super easy, and truly the simplest exchange for pleasure imaginable, really. But
True.
it's also shallow, takes away your drive, it's temporary satisfaction with diminishing returns. And like any addiction, you merely fill the gaps without addressing the root causes. And the brain has adapted to all of this. Dating apps started with a promise to breach a gap that most of their founders and investors had started. I mean, get this one of the Tinder CEOs left in 2022 and immediately launched Mino, an AI chatbot to fight loneliness. There's now a thriving loneliness economy that Silicon Valley talks about all the time.
But then again, at the same time, like there's actually like a market to make off of lonely niggas and bitches, though. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not believing this.
There are even venture capital companies that focus exclusively on this. We made a video about the entire loneliness economy before, as it's just the perfect vector for exploitation. Sell people the solution to the problem you helped create. It's the oldest trick in the book, but the impacts are totally new to us. And that's
You see what the fuck I'm be saying?
you helped create. It's the oldest trick in the book, but the impact.
I like the movement over here. Like the thing is, there's the road, there's the fucking there's like the lights and like you see all this
Totally
moving fast, the fast pace, all this like this right here.
new to us.
I like it,
And that's why they're doing
and then I like it when red. I like this.
so much damage. We're even inventing new language to deal with this. Remember that cringily soulless word "me cute" that people started using years ago? It popped up on social media as a way to describe meeting someone that you exchange numbers with for a date. For example, at a coffee shop or a book
Never heard of that though. I don't know what that is.
shop when looking for the same book. Just think about the fact that we actually developed a new word for the crazy phenomenon of just meeting someone organically. It should have set off alarm bells, right? It was an early sign that society was changing in a way that made meeting people in real life the exception and not the rule. It's no coincidence that the word started being used.
I don't know how the fuck is that though. Like the thing is, how is like now meeting people is really like an exception. It's the exception now. Like basically every time I would go out at night though, I would at least like meet like 3 to 5 brand new people every single time I went out.
A lot around 2015, the same time dating apps blew up. And in the last decade, dating declined to the point where the majority of Generation Z today just don't know or really have any way to meet people.
50% of men aged 18 to 24 have never approached a woman in person in their life. And like even higher percentage, 18 to 30, haven't approached a woman in the last year.
In recent years, third spaces, meaning not your home, school, workplace, have just vanished. Think about the place that you grew up as an example. Pubs, bars, libraries, high street shops, how many are actually left today? And if any, how busy even are they? Since COVID, we just shuttle ourselves from home to...
Yeah, I think that I might even go ahead and like fall into this statistic too, because like I'm not really interested in meeting bitches too, because I'm not interested in being friends with them. I just want to fuck though, and yeah. A lot of bitches are just weak as fuck though, you know what I'm saying? They say that the thing is like, oh, you're being too strong, you this, that, 1, 3. No, they're just weak. They're just weak. Now, I understand there are some guys that are out there just fucking it up for the rest of us though, so that's not what it is though, they're just weak.
To work, to the gym, to the supermarket and home. You don't really just go to the village market. There is no real town, square or hall. You're not really bumping into anyone. Even a bit of small talk with someone at the bus stop just feels weird and awkward. Making eye contact with someone on public transport will get you a look that leaves you wondering if you're insane.
So much of what makes somebody good at dating is different now than it was 50 years ago.
You can see it in the way coffee shops have changed. Almost every cafe is bland, empty, just minimalist. Almost as
Wait.
coffee shops have changed.
I didn't know coffee shops was looking like this.
Almost every cafe is bland, empty, just minimalist.
Yeah, those ones I've seen though, I didn't know it was like that.
Almost
I mean, there were a few that was like looking like the previous one, but
as if they're designed purely as a conveyor belt of coffees and customers, getting us in and out as quickly as possible to extract the most amount of money they can. But can you remember the time when a stereotypical cafe was like this?
I've never been in a cafe like this before.
With big sofas, comfy chairs, bringing people together to talk, and people just walking up to someone to say something without it being creepy. The show Friends was...
I've never been in a cafe like that before. I've seen somebody I never went in though. And I think the ones I did see, there was nobody inside.
Based on just reality in the 90s. And it's all part of a much wider pattern. One that's seemingly threatening humanity.
That this is actually a potentially existential crisis. Humans really do meet the qualification of an endangered species.
Because meeting people and building relationships is really the most important thing for human survival.
Yeah, because here's the thing, we're social creatures though. So now the thing is the fact that we're quickly having this instinct. It's like to the point it's actually instinct though. So for us to basically have this shit taken out of us though, it's actually detrimental though, which is fine though, because honestly fuck people, some people, if not a lot of them, because actually fuck society though.
It's often the key indicator in determining your lifespan. It's how we have replacement rates in just the population. But with this last decade and the disappearance of so many communal spaces where our parents and grandparents had opportunities to randomly meet new people, mixed with dating apps, has meant we're seeing a gap try to be filled that wasn't a natural one. This is a void created by the same economic forces that hollowed out our third spaces chains and corporate landlords. The same forces that funded these apps promising to replace what was destroyed. And dating apps didn't discover a gap in the market, one was just torn open and then monetized. But
yeah, that they created first and then they made a solution to make money off of. Like there was a time where basically like this movie by Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, I don't know which movie it was, but I don't know which year it was. Like the thing, it's not like the I think it's like the 2000 Wait, is it the? Yes, this one. This one. This is the one. There was a time where basically like Eric Sachs was basically explaining about how he would basically he had like this gas tank though, and basically they would go ahead and fucking they would have like the gas tank though, and then they would basically take one of their guys that he did not volunteer to, and they basically forced him to basically inhale all of that though, because I mean he had to basically get some air because he would die without breathing air, and he was doing it by accident though. And then this was while he was basically the four turtles, not the three. Raphael was the one that survived it. The three was captured, and they watched the guy basically get fucked up by the gas tank that they created, and then they had machines basically siphoning the mutagen out out of their blood, and then used that as the antidote to save the whole world from a sickness that they were about to create. And the motherfucker was about to be like, stupid, fucking, absolute, beyond and above, fuck you, to the end, money. Like, it was going to be stupid. Like the motherfucker was going to live like a Saudi Arabian.
But it was a lie. That too was all about getting your money. Think about it, the whole idea of a dating app as a viable business is a paradox. If they actually help people into relationships, they would clearly lose business. One good match is
That's true. That is so true. Like, I even remember there was a time where an episode by a regular show where there was this one motherfucker basically I forgot what the character was, but there was a time where basically Mordecai and CJ was going out, and they basically he tried to get Mordecai to, I think he was Cupid, and he tried to get Mordecai to break up with the bitch. He tried to get him to date the bitch so that he can basically go back on the app to make his money, because he was bankrupt. Since his site was too good, it actually helps people. His site was so good that it was actually helping people, and he was making a lot of money at the same time. And then basically, it was helping him. It was actually helping them out, and because of that, they became his lost customers. Because it's even the same thing when it comes to the pharmacies and the prescriptions and the hospitals, all that stuff. Like, a cured patient is a lost customer. So I do believe that when it comes to the cure for cancer and also AIDS and HIVs, I believe that the motherfuckers in the shadows, they do have the cure. Like, yes, there is a cure for cancer, but they're not gonna give it to us just because there's more money to be made giving people medicines and pills though, just to subdue the sickness though, and just for it to basically get ramped up again, to go back to those people to basically buy those things again. So those motherfuckers are making money off of your fucking sickness though, because sick people is a profitable market though.
Two lost customers, so instead they designed the apps to fail, and in doing so keep us hooked on using them. And in turn, what better way to keep an active user base than by having relationships designed to be short term? This is your capacity to fall in love, to build a family, to find meaning. All your data, all your most vulnerable desires is just slowly converted into swipes and push notifications so someone else can hit their quarterly growth targets. Your relationship is designed to not be long term. It's why men make
Pretty much.
up 75% of Tinder users and women just 25%. Interestingly enough, the co-founder of the dating site OkCupid wrote a book revealing what actually happens behind the scenes of dating apps. Women, as you'd expect, receive an average of 4 to 5 messages a week, which
They receive messages just within Instagram.
even that seems unlikely to be this low. 90% of men received an average of 0 messages. Only at the extreme end of the attractiveness scale do the best looking men receive around 1 to 2 messages.
Yeah, so like when it comes to the messages I've received, I only received 1 throughout my whole life. I only received like 1, if I remember, just 1.
But there's also
No, but there was also no. And no. Somebody actually messaging me, as in slid into my DMs. Yeah, I only got 1.
a lot of men who are relying on dating apps who are
I remember there was even this one time where basically I fucking I fucking followed like this account, though I don't remember what it is, but I basically went and like there was some basically like there was this one bitch that was basically like this guy. Pretty much though, the guy's a trash ass rapper though. He's trash. And he posted what the fuck was going on in his like. This is one of the type of motherfuckers you don't want to be friends with though, because the thing is, if something's happening behind the scenes and all that stuff, they just basically go ahead and like just report it to every fucking body else, you know what I'm saying? So yeah. And there was this basically like this one bitch that was basically that guy posted though. I basically went and DM'd that bitch though. When asked for like ask for like the the titty pictures though. And I ended up getting the same one. As the one that was, because I thought it was going to be different though. That's the thing. Like that picture was already out there. Bitch sends the same one.
never going to get the matches that they desire, either because they are short or because they are bald.
Yeah, usually it's because like shortness, or it's because you're a bald ass, or it's because you're just socially awkward.
So, as many of us already know,
or it's because the bitches basically think that you're just any other guy like the rest of the others.
If you're not in the top 10%, there's really no point in using them. It's something that's
even when it comes to the top 10%, some of them be struggling too.
Called mate suppression in practice, and we'll get onto that more soon.
And the reality is, for 95% of guys, online and dating apps aren't going to be a fruitful place for them to meet women.
But what we're seeing right now is that Generation Z's entire prospect of finding love is based on the ELO rating system, a numerical method developed to rank players in games like chess. A player's score determines how strong or weak they are in relation to others. So your ability to find love is seemingly literally being run through the same maths we use to decide who's good at chess or League of Legends. It's why whenever you join these apps, you get tons of matches, then suddenly they just fade away. You'll be told this is a personal failure, but oftentimes it's not. It's just the platform sorting you to the bottom unless you pay a ton of money.
Yep.
And this created a dangerous dynamic that has now permeated the world of dating, one where women select the same group of the most attractive men who have almost exclusive access to women, who then become less interested in lots of these girls because they are then seen as too easy.
And here's the thing, when it comes to me personally, right? I prefer to be easy though. I don't want to deal with it. I honestly don't want to deal with bitches though, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, fuck those guys, bro.
The effect of
but I guess it's more for us.
this is that dating is seemingly a low-trust marketplace, as the entire way to attract is seemingly detachment and not through connection. It's always a contest of who cares the least, who can take the longest to message back, who's more aloof, disinterested, and who holds the power in the struggle to not care about the other.
Yeah, I thought that at first. It's like the thing is, this is how you would be. You would have to like get bitches by caring less, you know what I'm saying? But you have to actually not care at all. So when it comes to me, it's like I just really do not care, and it's like, you know what, I'm not gonna go ahead and deal with this. when it comes to me, right, like I'm just gonna have like one bitch have this as my option, then I'm gonna go deal with another and another and another and another and another. And I'm gonna be hopeful that these things work, but I'm not gonna go ahead and basically just stick to this one bitch though and try to make it work. Nope.
In other words, it's a game where almost everyone is bound to lose.
Yeah, like you see, the thing is like it's a fucking game. Nah, I'm not playing it.
You can now see it on reality TV with game shows where heartbreak is entertainment.
Yeah, when it comes to Love Island, I don't watch such.
But what's the message we're supposed to get from this? Romance isn't sacred, it's just a contest, which all leads to the loneliness epidemic, and this one's hitting the youngest the hardest. But it's not just dating. Our whole modern society is stacked against any of us meeting someone getting married or even having children, and the consequences of this will change.
When it comes to me personally, I don't really want to interact with people that I wouldn't fuck with though, you know what I'm saying? Like interacting is nice, but I just hate a lot of fucking people, so yeah.
The world as we know it. Because there's something else catching up with us. Our bodies are starting to fail and lose the capacity to produce children at all. You know what they found recently? Microplastics in human testicles. Human testicles contain nearly 3 times as much plastic as dog testicles. We're
Jeez, what the fuck?
Actually marinating our reproductive organs in synthetic polymers. It's one of the many explanations as to why male sperm counts have dropped by more than 40% since 1970. Average sperm.
This is why when it comes to me, it's like, okay, I've seen this though reach 0 in 10 years. This is why when it comes, no, 20 years. This is why, like, the thing is, the best thing to go ahead and do is to go and buy food from the streets, from people that actually grow that shit. Like, go to the farmers themselves and buy food from them. Or grow it yourself, though. But yeah, I prefer to go buy it from those that grow the food. I'm not going, I'm not, like, when it comes to buying food from the mall or some shit, I'm not doing so. Like, I'll go and buy just to fucking enjoy, like a Coke or like a not cocaine, maybe. Well, that counts from the sugar though, and it's like, if you don't, you know, I would basically just eat some unhealthy shit just for the joy of it though. But when it comes to just like a proper diet though, I'd rather just go buy from people that actually grew the food themselves, and I know there's no bullshit in there. It's not industrialized.
Count could even hit near 0 at the current trajectory. Even if a situation that extreme doesn't transpire, there are plenty of other things to worry about, like the forever chemicals in non-stick pans and waterproof jackets, BPA in your water bottles.
That's true as well. Like, there's also chemicals, like literally, like there's even when it comes to me, basically, like there's chemicals in the water bottles. There's chemicals that basically just shred from your clothes. I have this with like my gown or some shit though, you know what I'm saying? Like, I have like a gown. No, not a gown. I mean a robe. Yes, a robe. Yes, I have like a robe though. Like the materials that basically, like, it shits like crazy as fuck though. Like, I don't know how much, but it shits like absolute crazy though. I don't see it though, but I breathe it in though. So it's like, I don't even wear it as much though. So yeah, I rarely wear it, but I don't want to wear that anymore. So yeah, I like it, but I don't want to wear that anymore, knowing what's happening though.
Like the forever chemicals and non-stick pans and water.
When it comes to the pans or some shit though, yeah, there's that.
Waterproof jackets, BPA in your water bottles, all the nasty chemicals in your
Absolutely.
shampoo. I mean, just the list goes on.
Even when it comes to what's this? The toilet paper that be stored in warehouses doing the spider webs on it too, and also like the plastic bottles where, like, the thing is, the equipments of what is used in the mall basically makes the plastic melt a little bit, and then basically the plastic goes into the water or some shit, and you drink that.
Even simple stuff like drinking hot coffee out of plastic takeaway cups.
Bruh, the plastic, bruh.
We just live in a world now saturated with.
Even when it comes to the COVID masks as well, the disposables, the materials that basically goes in your shit.
endocrine disruptors. And surprise surprise, our endocrine systems are getting disrupted by all of this garbage we're pumping into our bodies daily. But even if you've somehow avoided the chemical assault, even if your fertility is fine, there's another huge problem vying against us. How many of your friends between the ages of 18 and 30 have kids? 1, 2, none until this year or last? Is anyone planning to have kids? How about those who said they don't even want kids? We just push everything later and later.
Yeah, there's a lot of motherfuckers that don't want kids nowadays, you know what I'm saying? But also, like, at the same time, me knowing the dystopia that's on the way, I don't know if I want to bring kids here too. I want to have like more than 7 kids though, but it's like I don't want to bring them into like the bullshit that's about to come though, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's gonna come eventually though, but I don't know when.
Back, education,
I mean, I have an idea, but not exactly like precisely.
work, financial stability, and for the middle classes especially, that
Yeah, so like when it comes to the motherfuckers that be ruling the world though, like the ones they're actually targeting is the middle class though. Like they'll use the low class to like to tax them though and all that stuff on street, and also put them in work though, while the rich motherfuckers basically they fucking just live life their absolute best without the subscription and shit.
that pushes back having a family. Because you only have a family when it's really sensible to you, right? That's just the middle class value.
It's even to the point where right now where like you're gonna have to really now be born in a rich family though, but at the same time you're gonna have to hide the materials and all that stuff on street to raise them right though.
Rich people don't worry, and
As part of it.
poorer people don't worry. But nothing changes our biological clock when it comes to fertility. Women over 35 are considered advanced maternal age, and honestly 35 is starting to look young to have kids for millions of people around the world.
For real, but not knowing that's when your eggs start rotting though.
However, at 35, miscarriage rates nearly double. The
You see what I'm talking about?
chance of chromosomal abnormalities
You see, you're going to basically have health problems though the later as you age when you have kids.
skyrockets. Down syndrome risk goes from
You see what I'm talking about, bro?
something like 1 in 1,250 at 25 to 1 in 100 at 40. And it's not just mothers, older fathers contribute too. Men over 45 show increased risk for autism, schizophrenia, even stillbirth in their partners.
True, that's the thing as well though, but then the thing is like I would say that like we can still go ahead and it won't be as bad though, but I guess it's like that it wasn't like as bad though, but it's like it was okay back then, but it seems like it's changing now.
Having kids into the 40s, 50s, and way higher for men at least is now becoming super common. Every year you wait, you're rolling dice with higher and higher stakes, but what else do you do? Shrug your shoulders and say it's too late and just plummet towards old age without the family you ever wanted and live an unsatisfying life. Well, if you don't want that, when natural conception fails, you can only turn to IVF. This is often the modern solution, except a single cycle costs $12,000 to $15,000. Add medications, there's another $5,000, and most people need multiple cycles, so you're looking at around $30,000 to $50,000 minimum, often much more. And this leads down a dark path where we're forced to engineer more of the process of just having kids. Genetic testing in the womb. Testing for Down syndrome is one thing, but some companies will now screen for height and IQ. It's an ethical black hole on every front for men and women. Women are the child bearers, they shoulder a lot of the risk here, and male dating culture doesn't think about this enough because everyone is turning against each other. If you've seen our video on population collapse,
Yep.
all know that fertility rates are just collapsing. Countries like the USA and the UK are seeing the lowest childbirth numbers in their histories. It's not just a stat, it's millions of people who always imagined they'd have a partner and family one day, now quietly aging out to that possibility. Family lines ending not because people don't want love, but because our environment makes acting on that desire impossible.
That's the thing, it's the circumstances, because honestly a lot of people do want to have kids though, but the situations they're in, they can't do such.
Ask yourself, even if you did meet the right person, what would stop you from having children? Probably not enough money, no chance of being able to buy a house anytime soon. Cost of living is probably too high in your city with food, bills and transport. The cost of childcare is more than your current salary. There are just no good schools in your area or no school places in areas with good schools.
Yep.
Or even just finding a wife that you can trust won't divorce you and take half of your money.
Yeah, exactly.
It's probably all of the above. It's not just an economic problem.
You see, the argument that they're in right now, fuck that, I'm out with it.
Based on Maslow's hierarchy of needs, all the stuff we need like love and marriage and family are just the basics. It's the same importance in life as having food, water, a roof over our heads. The funny thing is that the way this hierarchy was sold to us in the 20th century made it sound like family came after you'd finally self-actualized. You've nailed the career, the money, the personal growth, now for a family. In reality, for most people, that
yeah, like the expectations were so fucking low though, so now we're stepping into an age where now you can't even be like a regular guy anymore.
Actualization replaced family altogether. There was always one more phase of working on myself first, so we ended up with a whole culture optimized for individual self-maximization, while family quietly got pushed off the edge of the pyramid. Today, most of us, let alone Generation Z, never even get past the bottom layers. Housing, money, community, security, it's all unstable.
Oh yeah, I'm so down below.
You never even get past the bottom
Bruh, I'm so under here though, you know what I'm saying?
layers. Housing, money, community, security, it's all unstable. And when your foundation is shaking, you can't climb to the levels where belonging, intimacy, and family even become possible. The system keeps us stuck in survival mode, but gaslights us for not reaching love. Do you ever lie in bed scrolling through people's social media? The engagements, weddings, honeymoons, kids, it feels like you're watching real life from behind glass as time seems to disappear from under you. And it's not just about missing out on dates, it's that we're missing out on the opportunity to build something lasting, something to have outside of ourselves.
Even in that's true as well though, especially when it comes to us men. Now we're stepping out of an era where basically like back then, like, the thing is you would be a man though, and it's that the thing is like, you know, when it comes to being big and strong and buff and all that, you would basically be the hero of the family. You would take on the bad guys, you would create a legacy that was long lasting. And now it's no longer that anymore. Like, you know, when it comes to Call of Duty and like the movies that we were watching, like the Fast and Furious type shit though, and like us men being men, us being prideful creatures, us having something to be proud about, like something to create, and also the status and you know what I'm saying, the legacy, and also us being proud of our last name and all that, you know what I'm saying, that's gone now.
Something to connect,
or at least it's getting there.
Connect us with beauty in the world. Somehow starting a family is considered a luxury for the rich, a luxury for a select few in society who don't have to worry about the housing market.
Yeah, like basically if you have kids though, you're a rich ass nigga.
They don't have to worry about the day.
But I can't really say the same for other motherfuckers outside though, because here's the thing: when it comes to Africa, my motherland will be forever making kids left and right like crazy, no matter which class you're in.
Dating crisis, they own several homes. That money and security is attractive to other women. They don't need to worry about school. They own several homes. That money and security.
It's not even when it comes to being attractive. It's just based on fucking survival now. It's like now they're gonna have to go dig for the sake of its survival and not for you though. It's not genuine no more. But at the same time, the thing is, I guess like the thing is, there is some genuine shit that was lacking that's been like that for the longest though, where it's like when it comes to like a marriage or like a relationship or something, there's agreements that goes into it though, like subconsciously. Now, when it comes to these suits right here, I would pick this one. I forgot what Johnny Depp looked like. I forgot what he looks like. Maybe that's him though. But this bitch, oh fuck nah.
Security is attractive to other women.
And then there's this situation. Oh fuck.
They don't need to worry about schools. They can send their kids to the best private schools anywhere in the world. And the thing is,
or they can literally even go ahead and hire a bunch of motherfuckers to even go ahead and like fucking teach them at home.
This isn't an accident. Decades of decisions.
But also at the same time, it's like the problem when it comes to even sending them to rich schools as well, or any other school, is mainly because you wouldn't even like. You would be around a bunch of other motherfuckers as well, but they wouldn't be able to live as regular as a lot of us did.
Driven by corporate greed, short-term profits, and a culture that worships work over family has left us here. Those at the top are allowed to have family. They're able to have more kids. And even then, they're still not having that many. like an idiocracy, where you'll get these upper class people debating whether it's a good idea to even have one child. So how can you expect an undervalued, underpaid worker class to ever be able to have the time, money, or even possibility of raising a family? Especially as more and more governments cut childcare, youth services, community centres, third spaces, police numbers, the list just goes on. But the effect down the line is just a less safe, less connected society that is not replacing itself. Huge populations in the entire Anglosphere are just disappearing over time. And this is where it gets interesting, because if you think about the West 150 years ago, it wasn't like we were even that much richer. So many people struggled, poverty was rife, the poor worked insane hours, but they still had families, often large ones. So why?
Yeah, even in situations where sometimes you would even go ahead and like work in there and then buy your way out, pay your way out, and then you would still be alright though. There were situations like that.
Actually changed. Well, religious communities and spaces, shared culture, social traditions and rituals, these safety nets that help people to share life's burdens were just...
I like whatever the fuck does. Yeah, like, you know, like basically this edit template over here, I like this.
Erased. Social traditions and rituals, these safety nets that help people to share life's burdens were just erased.
Okay, here's the thing. I will go ahead and say that right now. It's like, if you want to go ahead and be a content creator, I would say that basically maybe selling your soul and basically a piece of your identity and your sanity would basically be a good way for you to get by, is because, yeah, because the thing is that when it comes to situations like this that's happening though, it's like you don't really have the world on your side though, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, so like, and also because of fucking people, it's so fucking normalized and all that stuff. It's like you could basically go ahead and fit in along with everybody else though, you know what I'm saying? And you don't even have to go ahead and fucking care about the masses though. It's because it's survival at this point though, you know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Modernity is...
So I will say that when it comes to me, right, I'm not doing that though, but it's like it is a bit more of a risk though. So yes, I do need your help. And I did say, okay, like I did say before, but it's other things. I think I failed to put it out though, but I basically need like a lot of your help, like too much of your help, like the above and beyond, like do the most though. I need that. Like, yeah, I need your help.
Completely stripped away. Safety nets that help people to share life's burdens were just erased. Modernity has completely stripped away all the essentials that make replacing your population just a...
You know, the motherfucker that was literally just standing there as everyone was walking in the gray and white with the colors though, that's like me right now.
Natural part of human evolution. And I'd say the most infuriating part of this fertility collapse is when we're just supposed to pretend that people's decision to not have children is simply a personal choice, and not one imposed upon us by oppressive social structures.
Yeah, from what I've seen though, it was usually because it was a personal choice though, but yeah, it's actually these things though.
This isn't a problem in Africa or other developing parts of the world.
You see what I'm saying, bro?
And yet somehow the racial structures. This isn't a problem in Africa or other developing parts of the world, and yet somehow the rich West can't even replace its population levels. And we can't just blame the rich and powerful here. Much of the progress we celebrate...
Yeah, you can't really blame the powerful rich though, because the thing is like, we could literally change the whole world, but no, we have the numbers to do it, we got the influence to do it, we can fix everything, but no.
Today is just part of the problem. Because we created a massive middle class, and when you look at who's actually having kids, it's not a straight line from rich to poor. It's a U-shape. The wealthy have kids. Elon Musk has 12 children, Nick Cannon has 12, Robert De Niro just had his 7th at age 79. The working class or populations in poorer countries have tons of kids too. Africa's population is booming. Often when work prospects are lower and pay is worse, kids become a lifeline. Life priorities put family before career advancement because career advancement really isn't on the table anyway. There's nothing controversial about this. This was always what it used to be like before countries became industrialized and the middle class blew up. Families had loads of kids first because infant mortality was high, and second because it means more family income and higher overall chances of survival. The middle class though, they're getting absolutely crushed. And they're dying quite literally because of that. First, the middle class is associated with hard work and career aspirations, the self-actualization I talked about earlier. So immediately there's an additional cost, childcare, because most middle class households have dual incomes. No one wants to give up the career society marketed to them all their life. The middle class couple sits at the kitchen table with a spreadsheet. Mortgage, student loans, car payments, health insurance, retirement
Boy.
and saving.
The middle class has to deal with all of this, bruh.
They're already behind on, and then childcare that costs more than their rent. So they wait and wait, they're being sensible, and by the time they feel ready, realize the biological clock never stopped.
Exactly, because like your biology is going to switch on though, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, it happens though.
This is the low fertility trap that threatens everyone. The working poor have kids they can't quite afford. The rich have as many as they want, but the middle class, the people who followed all the rules of their life, maximized their education, delayed gratification, well, they're getting totally screwed. As you expect and probably know, all of this is causing a hell of a lot more stress, angst, paranoia, and disdain. It's getting
See what I'm saying? Even I'm in this situation too.
so bad the men are just doing everything possible to thrive in this algorithmic system, to the point of literally breaking their bones to add height to their Hinge profile.
Boy. I'm not surprised, bro. Like, this is the first time I'm seeing it. Like, here's the thing. I'm not saying boy as in like I already knew about this, but I'm not surprised, bro. I'm only seeing this now and I'm not fucking surprised, my G.
Or just smashing their jaw open until it looks worthy of more likes on Instagram. It's why looks maxing is now a thing.
We're really seeing is that there is like this very, very like deep anger, entitlement. There's like this incel movement. There's this like alpha male, beta male kind of thing. And I don't know if you kind of get this, but there's like a deep sense of like anger.
Men today are more overprotected than ever before, but at the same time less able to be themselves or show vulnerability than ever. With constant
Exactly. I don't want to go ahead and basically like, this is why I don't remember, I don't know like which video was it in, but I said that basically I forfeit my duties as a traditional man. Like whatever the fuck society was expecting me to be as a man, I forfeit those fucking duties. I refuse to be that. I refuse to become the kind of man that society would like to basically fuck with though. And it's like, you mean to tell me that society fucked me over and then basically I become the type of guy just to end up I end up being the type of guy that you want, just so you can basically use me for the resources though, and you were never there for me when I was at my lowest. Man, fuck you. No.
mixed messages about needing to be confident and assertive, but also to never make a woman uncomfortable. So when real intimacy feels
so like when it comes to even me, like the thing is, like sometimes like when it comes to making a lot of bitches comfortable though, it's like you have to basically fucking lie though. That's the thing. But also like that's for like the general thing though, you know what I'm saying? But my thing is that like I'm just at a point where it's the things I don't give a fuck about making bitches uncomfortable though. I mean, here's the thing, if there's not really a blueprint when it comes to getting bitches though, it's just that like you do have to basically know a couple of things though, a couple of tactics though, and but it's mainly that the thing is like just go ahead and like figure out what you like, see what you want in the bitch though and all that stuff, and go after the bitches that you like, you know what I'm saying? So yes, even the way that I be moving around out here though, I get more rejections than exceptions though, you know what I'm saying? So I will say that basically in order to get the bitches though, go to Whole Math, The Dark Needle, Marquette, the Saint the Sinner, as in the Marquette Devon, aka the Saint the Sinner, the Fresh and Fit, the fucking also the Hodge Twins though. I'm not sure, like here's the thing, a lot of what the Hodge Twins was saying before, I'm not sure if it's gonna basically work today, but yeah, you do find like a lot of good information there, you know what I'm saying? So yes, it definitely, the shit they were saying would have worked back then, but I'm not sure about now. And there's also what's this, YBC Too Cold, and yeah, just like I just pretty much that though, you know what I'm saying? So
was impossible or dangerous, most people
so basically like I would say like go and like listen to different types of guys though, and then basically listen to them, see what their beliefs are and see what it is and all that stuff, like get the general knowledge and see how they operate, take pieces of them though and make your own game, and then see and then also align with your with your personal self with that. And I would say that the best way to go ahead and get bitches though, without fucking yourself over, is by finding the ones you like, because trying to get bitches to like you though can put you at risk though, you know what I'm saying? It can.
People just end up with two obvious escape routes. Adult content, which has now become a type.
But there is a likely chance that the thing is like us guys would most likely have it easier as we go on, because. But then again, at the same time, it's more as if like that could basically like maybe there'll be like a window. There would be like a window where we basically get to do all of that though. But then it's gonna get to a point where the bitches are gonna start to pick up on it though, and it's like, you know what? I can't even compete with that, and I'm trying to look for a guy to survive this and that 1 to 3, and basically it's like, you know, fuck all this shit. I just want to basically have a family, and I don't care who I'm dealing with though. It's even gonna get to a point where some of them are even willing to get abused though, you know what I'm saying, just for the sake of it though. So I mean, that's been happening though, but that's gonna basically be on the rise even much more. And then, which is what I expect. And yeah, they're gonna basically be going after all the rich motherfuckers though, you know what I'm saying? So basically, you're gonna basically like be able to get all the bitches though, and it's like if they see that you're a rich nigga, bruh, and you're in the US and the UK, you can easily get bitches though. And it's not because, and they're gonna be basically, but most of the time it'll be at a point where they're with you for the sake of survival though, not because they're actually there for you. So you could use that to your advantage though. Like, you'll get hoes though, but they won't basically be fucking you though. So you're gonna basically have to fuck them over a little bit though at the same time though. But at the same time, it's like it might get to a point where they're gonna basically end up not wanting to deal with that anymore though. But that's their loss, you know what I'm saying? So hey man,
Hypersynthetic intimacy, numbing your core drive in life to Bonnie Blue videos. Or you go the other extreme route, monk mode, with alpha male gurus, where you see influencers taking TRT at just 14 years old to looks max.
So I was like, I'm gonna get my physique going as quickly as possible. I do not care about side effects. I don't care about any implications of, oh, this guy's using drugs. Like, none of that shit really fazed me.
There's even an influencer influenced so much by his love of American Psycho, he offers expensive courses to help young vulnerable men ascend. Even the escape routes offered by these men are roads to nowhere with heavy price tags attached, but they all clearly indicate that there is a crisis happening. They're symptoms that dating is falling apart. And with more and more endless towns and cities designed around roads for vehicles and the loss of communal spaces that once enabled people to meet naturally, free time is just now dominated by screens. We need more exaggerated extreme content, whether it be some crazy looksmack rant or
the amount of money these niggas be making, bro. Fuck.
watching 1,000 men line up outside. Yet whenever this issue is talked about publicly, it just sounds like a joke. No one ever takes it seriously, no one even thinks about it. In fact, society will just continue to tell us that biology doesn't matter. Sex, status,
It does. Biology matters.
attachment, presence are all just irrelevant. We're now post-animal, caged in our rooms playing out life virtually, deprived of community, ritual, movement, and unnecessary bits of chaos and unpredictability, the conditions that our species evolved in. So next time you see falling birth rates across the Western world, when you see the population collapse in numbers, you have to realize that this is manifesting itself through these weird behaviors that we're seeing today. And as we continue to struggle to even replace our current populations, the burden will only get heavier for everyone.
Yeah. This was a great video though. It's a serious one, but this was a great video. So yeah. Thanks for having me, and yeah, I'm gonna see you in the next one. I'm out.